The time has come. It is now the top 10 portion of the list. Now, again, let me remind you, this is based on talent. This is based on skill. This is not based on accomplishments. This is not based on career earnings or any of that nonsense. This is based on your skill level at the quarterback position. So as we get into this, remember, this is a non-biased list. This isn't my opinion. I don't necessarily agree with all of these placements, but this is where they land. This is the definitive list we must all follow and abide by. Pledge allegiance to the list of S.I.B.R. Here we go. Number 10, Trevor Lawrence, a guy who I want so badly to hate, but I can't hate Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is good. He is. What do you want me to say? He's a good quarterback. I don't love the hype around him. I don't love the praise of him. I don't think he's some generational talent. I just think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a really good quarterback. I think he's a top 10 quarterback, but barely. At number 10, Trevor Lawrence. Let's see what he does this year. If he can move up or down. I think 10 is about right where he should be. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. Number 9. I know I'm going to get some heat, but let me explain it to you. Number 9 is C.J. Stroud, quarterback for the Texans. I know, blasphemy. A rookie, rated in the top 10. Not a single meaningful pass in the NFL. I agree with you. I do. I agree with you. And I know, I'm an Ohio State fan. I'm biased. I know. I thought C.J. Stroud was the best quarterback coming out of college in the draft. I know. I'm biased. I know what you're all saying. I know you're all furious. I know you're thinking about the rest of the list and realizing I put him above so many other players who have done more in this league. I get it. But if we're talking talent, you are not giving me 10 players more talented than C.J. Stroud in the NFL right now. You're not going to do it. See, the way they talk about like Andrew Luck and the way they talk about like Trevor Lawrence, they don't talk about CJ Stroud that way. But when I watched this kid in college, when I watched him at the combine, throw after throw, mechanics on point, touch on point, accuracy on point, arm strength on point, everything. When you watch him in interviews, when you see him in the preseason, everything. The guy is incredible. I don't like him because of where he went to school. I don't like him because of where he was drafted. I like him because of what he shows on the field, and what he shows is elite ability. And I'm willing to tell you he's going to be incredible this year. And that whole myth of Ohio State doesn't produce franchise quarterbacks, they're going to have 2 this year. Let's leave it at that. Number 9, CJ Stroud. Number 8, I have Aaron Rodgers. The old man sticks around in the top 10. Look, there is no denying that he's lost a step. He's lost a couple MPHs on the fastball. He's lost a little bit on the accuracy. He's got a little happy feet. He's going to a new situation, though. It seems rejuvenated, happy to be a part of the NFL again, happy to be playing with the guys. He's still good. Still good, even with the subtle decline, but it's there. You see it. You see it. I'm not crazy. You see it too. He's still top 10 in the NFL. There is no denying that with him, the Jets have a chance. Hey, number 8, Aaron Rodgers, still hanging around. Old man, keep doing your thing. Number 7, I'm about to get a lot of heat again. I got Justin Fields. Again. We're not talking about accomplishments. We're talking about talent. We're talking about skill. You're not telling me, you're not giving me 8 guys or 10 guys with better arm than Justin Fields. I don't care what you say. You're not giving me 10 guys that have more mobility or better on the run than he is. I think he is a guy, much like Tua, who never quite had the weapons he needed. They brought in some weapons, and all I'm saying is, watch what happens this year. Right now, you're mad. Right now, you're furious. Right now, you're throwing up your hands, and you're saying, this is ridiculous. How do you have Justin Fields off of what he did last year in top 10? Come back after the season, and then come back after the season, you'll be apologized. You'll be like, hey, I get it. 7 is it's a little low. Just wait. 6, I have Lamar Jackson. Even with the contract drama, even with all that I had said about, look, your best attribute is running. If I pay you that kind of money, you can't run anymore. What are we getting? I wouldn't have paid that much. There is no denying he's a top 10 player. And sitting at number 6, that makes all the sense in the world. The guy has a lot of talent. He's a very talented player. He's a really good quarterback. Anything you want to judge a quarterback off of, he's been pretty good. I just don't think he's worth the money that he was asking for. And ultimately what he got, I'm not mad at. But hey, what are you going to do? In a list where you have to put mobility in there as an attribute to be graded, this kind of thing happens. Look. Number 6, not mad at it. Not top 5. Still top 10 though. Still a good accomplishment. There's no hate. Whatever. Number 6, Lamar Jackson. The number 5. It pains my soul. It pains me to say this. Oh, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles. I hate the Eagles. I do. I wanted to hate Jalen Hurts, but here's what I'm going to tell you about Jalen Hurts. I cannot help but appreciate and admire and like Jalen Hurts as a person off the field. I think every interview I've seen him in, he's been respectful. He's been competitive. He's been well-spoken. He does all the things you want your quarterback to do. On the field, he's produced. And even though I have my questions about can he repeat, again, judging based off of talent, he has all the ability to do so. I don't think this year is going to be as good as it was last year, but that does not take away from his ability. His ability is top 5 ability. I got him sitting right now at number 5. That's Jalen Hurts. Number 4, we have a guy who is arguably my favorite player in the NFL. Is Justin Herbert. I think this guy is incredible. I think Kellen Moore going there will be able to, I think it's a match made in heaven. I think in Dallas, he wanted to try things, but Dak proved that he was unable to execute those things. I think now all of his wild concepts are going to come to life with Justin Herbert, because there is not a throw he can't make. There is not a play he can't make. And I think we are in for fireworks. My vote, hey, who's MVP this year? Justin Herbert, right there. I'm calling it. That's who I got as MVP. I think this is going to be a fantastic year for him. I think based on what he's done, based on his talent, dude, probably not 4th best in the league. Makes all the sense in the world to me. Super talented, super elite talent, super great kid. Gonna have a big year, gonna win MVP. I'm excited. Number 4, Justin Herbert, like one of my favorite players. Number 3, we have Josh Allen. Josh Allen had a rough start to the year last year. Kind of had a rough year overall in terms of we were expecting so much more, and it kind of didn't live up to it. But man, is this guy talented? Arm talent, elite. Mobility, elite. Accuracy, above average. It factor, it's all there. Fear factor, yes. If you're a defensive coordinator playing the Bills, you're losing sleep wondering what are you going to do to defend against Josh Allen. That's just the way it is. That's why he sits at number 3 on the S.I.B.R rankings this year. Josh Allen. Now, 1 and 2. It's tricky. It's a tough one. Here's what you got. In my personal opinion, you can swap these two. These two are interchangeable. You know the names. If you've been following along, you know who we're talking about. I have a personal preference. I swear to you, I promise you, I was not being biased when I looked into this, when I was grading it, I wasn't. Here's what I'm going to say. At number 2, we have Patrick Mahomes. That's right. Patrick Mahomes being number 2 in the league is not an insult. And I'm telling you right now, it was 1 point difference. It was a 1 point difference. And that difference was the it factor. Nope, I'm lying. I'm lying. It wasn't the it factor. I'm wrong. It was the accuracy. I believe that the number 1 quarterback in the NFL is slightly more accurate than Patrick Mahomes. Now, Patrick Mahomes is well above average. I think he's incredible. I think arm talent, arguably best in the league, no doubt about it. I think mobility, above average. I think it factor, great. I think fear factor, yes. I think all of it is top notch. But when it comes to accuracy, I think the number one quarterback just places the ball in a better spot more consistently. Now, that's not about completion percentage, because you can throw a bad pass, it gets caught, it goes down as a completion for you. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if a guy's coming across the middle, are you hitting him in stride, or where he doesn't have to move or adjust, just put the hands up, it hits, and then he goes? Or is he having to turn, adjust, all this type of stuff? I just saw a lot of throws over the course of last season where I felt like there were times where it was a bit inconsistent, and the number one quarterback was doing it more consistently. And that number one quarterback is, for the second year in a row, it's Joe Burrow. This guy came into the NFL, okay, to a terrible franchise in the Bengals, and you now have them as consistent contenders for a title. That kid came in and from day one was the guy, was the man, had no doubts. No one questioned his ability. Tore his ACL, came back and went to a Super Bowl. This kid is legit. He's got it on another level. He's like Tebow, Tom Brady, all rolled into one mashup of just legendary intangibles. I am infatuated with this guy. He's my favorite player in the NFL. He, in my opinion, is the best quarterback. To a lot of people, I think he's the best quarterback. And according to the S.I.B.R rankings, they have spoken. Your number one quarterback in the NFL starting this season is Joe Burrow. Listen, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to this list and this ranking show. I appreciate all your support. Make sure you follow the channel, hit like and subscribe. Follow this all year long. We will be constantly updating you on these rankings. I will be pointing out if guys that were ranked low are actually moving up, and if guys who were ranked high should be moved down. We can have open dialogue about it. That's what S.I.B.R Entertainment is about. It's about discussing and debating sports and having fun with it. It's all fun at the end of the day, right? So I appreciate y'all joining me. Make sure you follow the channel for more content, for more great videos, both football, college, and pro. Get ready for a wonderful NFL season, and I will catch you guys next year for the 3rd annual S.I.B.R rankings. Let me know what you think of this list in the comments down below.